just copying everything I'm saying. God damn.
Okay.
What has been your favorite memory from this whole year?
My favorite memory has probably been meeting my friends in places where I would not normally expect. Like I joined clubs and I joined a lot of after-school things, and even being in art all 4 years has introduced me to some really great people that I feel like I would have never gone up and talked to them on my own, and I'm just really grateful that I had those opportunities.
That's kind of hard. I feel like I have a lot of favorite memories from this year. It would probably be like homecoming though. I think that was really fun.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
What exactly about homecoming did you find fun?
Well, I'm a class officer, so I kind of like help organize it, and I think like the best thing for me at least is like being able to organize it and then seeing it all come together on the day that everybody performs.
I think this year my favorite memory has been like going to the rallies and being more like having more school spirit, because that's something new for me this year. I didn't really get to do that last year, so that's been a good memory this year.
My favorite memory from this year is probably like anything to do with speech, because like I think like a lot of the trips were really fun, and like I had a lot of my friends in speech, so that was those were all really fun experiences, like the travel ones.
I really liked homecoming week because I thought that it was like really fun, and like all of the classes and their skits and stuff, they were really cool to watch.
Have an answer. Yeah, I would just say like any moment where like all of my friend group was like together at once. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool. Okay. What's something that you did this year that you never expected to do?
Probably around the end of the year, I did Spotlight, and like that was something that was also connected to speech, and I was asked to do it because like they had like this skit thing, like MC skit, and I didn't really think about doing it because like I'm a freshman, and like there's a lot of things that like upperclassmen do that like you never like really think about doing as a freshman. You're like, oh, maybe I'll do that like in like the coming years, but like doing it as a freshman, like it was really unexpected, but like knowing that I had like a lot of connections was pretty cool.
I joined a couple more clubs this year that I wasn't really like that interested in last year, and so that was new for me, and I got to meet new people and have new experiences.
Probably just what I chose to apply for in the schools, because I feel like I've spent a lot of high school trying to figure out what it was that I really wanted compared to what I felt like I needed. And for me, I think what I'm going into in college is really reflective of what I feel like is right for me, and that's actually something that I wasn't expecting, because I wasn't expecting to be able to get to know myself the way I was able to. So,
That's really cool. Are you comfortable with sharing your major?
yeah, I'm doing cognitive science.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, awesome.
Oh, I never expected that I would go to like winter formal, but then I like all of my friends are going, so I went, and it was like worth it. It was like fun.
What's a lesson that you learned this year?
I think one lesson that I definitely learned is like manage my time properly, because like I feel like junior and like going into next year as well, there's like a lot of stuff on your plate, and you have to be able to do everything and like make sure you allot like a good amount of time for everything.
Okay.
I think one for me would be to be like more open-minded and to not like make judgments on things before I've either experienced them or like things like that. Yeah.
I guess I learned to like be more confident and like speak up more and be more like true to myself.
I learned like to definitely not procrastinate because it's like really hard to get your work done on time if you do.
That my journey is not going to be identical to everyone else's journey. We all have our own rule book, and we all have different ways we need to play the game, and I think the biggest disadvantage that I had was I would compare myself to everyone else and what they were doing, and I didn't realize that those people wanted very, very different things than I did. And sometimes you need to go out and experience things by yourself to realize that.
A lesson that I learned this year was like manage your time wisely. I think like high school, especially like Monte Vista, is like really stressful, and there's a lot of work. So you want to make sure that like all of like your tests and everything, like you have it in order, and like you can't be like procrastinating or anything, otherwise it's gonna end badly.
And then one lesson that I learned this year was that yeah, you should like always
assume the best in people. Copying everything I'm saying. God damn. Okay.
How do you feel ending this year compared to entering this year?
Entering this year, I felt super apprehensive because, again, I did not know what I wanted and I did not know how to find out how I wanted, but now I feel very at peace with the people I've surrounded myself with and where I'm going in the future. And I think if I could tell myself something, like beginning of the year me, I would tell myself that you have to put in the effort to know what you need, and no one else can tell you what you need and tell you what you should want.
I don't know. I feel like I'm a lot more like nervous and excited. Like ending this year. I feel like at the beginning of the year, I was like, whoa, like I have 2 years of high school left, and like that's kind of a lot. It's like half of it, right? But like now, I feel like a lot more excited because I feel like the end is kind of in sight, and I feel like I don't know, just like a lot more nervousness and excitement right now.
I definitely feel like more confident and more like happy, I guess. Like I was definitely really nervous entering this year with like school and like friends and like all of those like things. So I just feel a lot better about life in general.
I feel better ending the year than I did entering the year. There's like I'm kind of like used to the environment now, and like I'm a bit more prepared for next year because like obviously I was like new at the beginning of the year, so I didn't know anything. So I'm more confident and I'm like ready for sophomore year. Like I know what to expect.
I think that I kind of feel like kind of relieved that our junior year is like coming to an end. Yeah, just like excited for senior. Yeah, I would say definitely a lot less, I wouldn't say stressed, but I feel less like pressure just because we only have 1 more year left. So kind of like the combination of wanting to make the best out of it and also just being glad that there's only 1 more year left in high school.
I feel a lot more like confident in my like education, like my school, like skills and stuff. I feel like I'm like smarter now.
Can you describe this year in one word with the sentence, "This year has been," and say the whole sentence?
This year has been inspiring.
Eventful.
Exciting.
A train wreck. That's one of the worst.
Fun.
Unexpected. Good.